Everything's bigger in Texas. Well, Jerry Jones, the owner, GM, and manager of the Dallas Cowboys, will be the first one to tell you this. The Dallas Cowboys are worth more than any professional football team in the U.S., and Jerry Jones is probably the most interactive owner in all of professional sports. Jerry Jones was born in Los Angeles, California, but when he was an infant, they moved to Little Rock, Arkansas. Here he went to Little Rock High School, where he was the star running back of his high school team. After high school, he went on to the University of Arkansas, where he was an All-American lineman and also played on the 1967 All-American team. According to DallasCowboys.com, Jerry Jones is the first owner to play in a national championship team and also own a Super Bowl winning team. So you're probably wondering, where did Jerry Jones get all of his money? Well, when he first came out of college, he worked for his father's insurance company. He was vice president of Modern Security Insurance. After several unsuccessful ventures, including, ironically, passing up the opportunity to purchase the San Diego Chargers, Jerry Jones went on to the oil and gas industry. Here he opened up Jones's Oil and Land Lease. This was a huge success, and according to Forbes magazine, Jerry Jones is now known to be worth more than $3 billion. So every rich person has to do something with their money, and if you're worth $3 billion, what do you do with it? Well, Jones finally bought himself a professional football team. In 1989, he bought the Dallas Cowboys from Bum Bright for $140 million. If he were to resell the Cowboys today, he could resell them for $2.3 billion. Now, Jones didn't have a very good reputation coming in for his first years as the Cowboys owner, because his first move as acting owner was firing Tom Landry, fans' favorite coach. This upset fans, and he went on to hiring his former Arkansas teammate, Jimmy Johnson. So, the first year in 1989 didn't go so well. The Cowboys went 2-14. But as 1990s came along, America's team was born. They were led by the Big Three: Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and my personal favorite and all-time rushing leader, Emmitt Smith. The Big Three led the Dallas Cowboys to the back-to-back titles in '92 and '93. Now, Jones had some unnecessary comments after these seasons, because he went to the public and said any coach could have won with these teams. Now, Jimmy Johnson didn't like this too much, and he got up and just left. So after Jimmy Johnson left, Jones hired head coach Barry Schweitzer, and in 1995 the Cowboys won yet another Super Bowl title. Now, like I said, Jerry Jones kind of has a love-hate relationship amongst fans and players, and he's only one of two owners in the NFL that are acting GMs. He also has occasional sideline visits during games, which no other owner does. But besides all the unorthodox actions of Jerry Jones, he happens to donate a lot of money to charity. And in fact, every Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving Sunday when the Cowboys play, he donates millions of dollars to the Salvation Army. So a team that's worth $2.3 billion, where do they call home? Well, Cowboy Stadium. In fact, in May 27, 2009, Cowboy Stadium opened up in Arlington, Texas. The stadium cost $1.3 billion, and this didn't fly very well with the Arlington townsfolk, because the stadium has to come out of their tax dollars, and they didn't want to fork out that much money. So, Jones forked most of the money out from his own wallet. And like most stadiums in the NFL, they have corporations behind them, like Gillette Stadium, Target Field. But since Jones owned most of the shares of the stadium, he got to name it himself. So he chose Cowboy Stadium. But most NFL fans simply know it as Jerry's World. Jerry's World seats 80,000 people, which is second in the NFL, next to the Washington Redskins. But when they open up their standing room only, it can hold up to 105 spectators, which is the largest in the NFL. This is fit for a king from top to bottom, because there's glass doors where you can watch the players coming out from their locker room, but probably the most major spectacular thing of the stadium would have to be the 72-foot by 160-foot LED HTV that hangs from 20-yard line to 20-yard line above the field. According to US Today, this gigantic structure weighs over 600 tons. It would take 4,920 of your 50-inch LED TVs to fit inside this one TV. And if you have $40 million laying around, you could own one for yourself. During the preseason, the Cowboys introduced Cowboys Stadium to the rest of the NFL, and they had problems with when punters would punt the ball, it would hit the top of the TV because it was so large. So before regular season came around, they had to pay $2 million just to raise it up 20 feet. Well, now you know a little bit more about the face of the Dallas Cowboys. And what does Jones have up his sleeve for the future? Well, hopefully a Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl win. But for now, I think it's safe to say that Jerry Jones definitely has the right to say everything's bigger in Texas.